Hello, my name is Julio Anel and I'm a naturalist at Walter B. Jacobs Memorial Nature Park, which is one of Caddo Parish parks. Welcome to Let's Get Creative workshop. Today we're going to make a wire bird cage. Here is the sketch, the measurements. The material that we're going to need are 2 pliers, flathead and nipper. And 2 different kinds of wires. One of them is 16 gauge. This is going to be the frame. And the other one is 22 gauge. It's thinner. A ruler. A small stick to make a perch. And a very small amount of model magic. We're going to make a miniature bird perching in the cage. Before we begin, I would like to give a little bit of information about the gauges. Most people are confused when they say gauge because the smaller the gauge is, the thicker the wire is. It is because although gauge indicates the diameter of the wire, it is not the actual measurement of the wire's diameter. Gauge is the process of pulling the wire to make it thinner. So if it is 16 gauge, it means it has gone through the process of gauging for 16 times. So it is 16 gauge. If it has gone through the process of gauging many times, like 22 times, it gets thinner and thinner every time it is pulled. So 22 gauge is thinner because it has gone through the process for 22 times. After this information, if you're ready with your material, let's begin. Oh, by the way, if you want to paint your bird into a color, I will paint mine into dark blue because mine will be indigo bunting, but you can make red like cardinal or yellow like goldfinch. Just have your paint ready. We will paint the bird in the end. If you're ready, let's begin. So we're going to do the frame first. We're going to do these darker parts first. I'm going to do the bottom and the tops first with the thicker one. Okay, 5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to turn a corner here and measure another 5. Okay, so let's tie this corner first. We're gonna curve it like this. A little hook. Okay, let's cut this from this corner and tie it. We're just going to be grab the flat head and just make another hook here. Okay, this is one. To make the corners, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a little loop on each corner. I'm going to grab the corner and make a loop. Grab the corner, make a loop. Okay. So here is one with a loop on each corner. And then I'm going to make another one like this. 5 inches So the top and the bottom. Now we're going to do the height, the sides. The sides are going to be 9 inches. 9 inches, more or less, 3. And I'm going to leave, I will pass it through the loop. Let me see, let me leave 6 inches to the side, to the height, like this. We're gonna curl this part. This is the leg, but this is the corner. Okay, so let's tie it like this. Don't worry about it looking like a knob there. The important thing is to keep it, make it stable. Crisscrossing with 22 gauge this corner to make it stable. Just tie the corner so it is stable, it stays like this. This is the leg. We're gonna curl this, but I'm not worried about it right now. Tie it until it is stable. I'm going to curl these like legs, these extensions. I will curl these like legs later after I tie the top part. After I tie the top part, so I'm going to basically do the same thing for the top part. I'm going to make a small loop here, and then I will tie with this smaller gauge, with the 22 gauge, but this has to be a closed loop so it won't come off. And make it loop, a closed loop so it won't come off, and same thing on this side. Okay, and for it to be sturdy, I'm going to tie these two together. I passed it through all 3 loops. Since there are 3 lines joining, there are 3 loops here, and I passed this through all 3 loops, kind of divided into 2, and I'm going to twist it to tie, make kind of like a tie here, and then just wrap it around, crisscross. I will do the same thing on this one. Now we're going to make the top one, top from these 4 corners, like a tent. I'm passing it through one of these loops. Don't mess up the corner that you have just finished. I'm just going to grab it from the tip and turn it. Okay, so this is one. Let's grab it from the tip and turn it, curl it. The last one from this loop. Kind of like a teepee here. Let's make these. Let's make the legs now. Okay, we're going to hold it like this. and make a big curve. Two. Hold it with the thick side from the tip and wrap it to that side. Let's do the sides now. You're tying it from the top. Tie it from the top like this. And then for the bottom, you tie it onto the frame. As you see, I'm not doing it just straight. I'm kind of crisscrossing on each side of this wire too. Okay. I tie the top to the frame, the bottom to the frame again. I kind of crisscross it, don't do it straight. I want it to look like a little knot. I think this is good enough. I'll do the fourth side and remember, this is not a real bird cage, it is just a decorative, so it is a little bit flimsy. Okay, I think I have done all sides just the way I wanted it. I'm not gonna cut it. It's gonna be the extension of the ones on the side, however many there. I'm gonna start from there the same way, from the same knot. I'm going to tie it to the frame here. Again, tie it where the other one is on the side. Tie it around it. Crisscross again, so they will stay together. Tie it here. Just wrap it around. Okay. Okay, this side is done. Okay, the cage is ready. Now we're going to make the swing. So the swing is approximately 2.5 inches long. I'm going to cut 2 pieces on each side for the swing. Is about 5 inches, okay? Okay, here is the swing. Let's attach the swing somewhere to the roof. I'm just attaching it to one of these corner frame. Just do the same thing, twist it round and round. You can use, if you like, you can use a string. I used wire. Okay, now we're going to make the bird. Model Magic white, a very small piece. Never leave your Model Magic open because it will dry. Okay. It is 3/4 of an inch diameter. 3/4 of an inch. One. And the head is even smaller. Okay. The body, the head. Let's squeeze the beak out. and squeeze the tail out from the hind end. Since this is a very small bird, there is no need to add another piece here. On the back, let's align the tail, the head, and the body. Let's align it kind of like this. From the side. There won't be any more details to the bird. We're going to paint the bird and glue it onto the branch, onto the swing. Since there won't be any details on the bird, all I have to do is get my color. Okay, we put the bird and it is already stuck there. Okay, 9 inches of 16 gauge. 9 inches of 16 gauge. I will cut 4 of them and I'm going to add them to the roof, to the top of the cage. 1. I'm trying not to disturb the curve because I'm going to need this curve. I want it to be curvy like this. Okay, so there are 4 of them and this is what we're going to do. You're going to grab one end and curl it to make it look like this. We're going to make it look like this. Grab it from one tip and just curve it. You can do the same thing to the other end. You can make it as small or as big as you like. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. There are 4 of them here, both ends curved. I'm going to attach these to the 4 corners on top, like this. I'm going to use the 22 gauge to do that. Okay, I can pull it up a little bit like this. Okay, this is the first corner. Let's attach the second one. Okay, if it is a little bit crooked, you can always rearrange your square and square your cage. Okay, so the corners, we have curls in all 4 corners. Well, I think we're done with the cage now. Well, we have completed today's workshop. I hope you enjoyed making your wire bird cage. Here is mine, indigo bunting perching there. Thank you for joining me and see you next time.